Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub, sir, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney the Trilogy. Last episode was shocking. Literally, it was shocking. Von Karma hit us with a stun gun. Me and Maya both, or Phoenix and Maya both. He then stole all this evidence we collected from the police station and he just scampered off. Seemingly with no repercussions. He just assaulted us with a stun gun. But anyway, here we are now on the final day of this mega trial. It really is. I'm a little bit overwhelmed and I'm pretty scared. I don't know if we're going to get the result we want here. I don't feel confident. We have nothing going for us. But I suppose the only way to see what finds out is to carry on. And so, this is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What happened there? Power cut? What's the big idea? Oh no, Maya just jumped up on him. Sneaky. Where did she come from? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Don't you dare touch my shoulders. What have I told you about my shoulders? I need to wear a sign on my back saying no shoulder touching. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my running with the stun gun yesterday. Oh right, he got an electric shock because of the stun gun. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Oh! Wait, sorry, did you get shocked as well? Oh, we need to do something about this. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should just go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pow! Oh, is it Gumshoe? What's gone into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. If you say so, Phoenix. I mean, I'll be right there with you. Okay, December the 28th. Who knew this is what we'll be doing just before New Year's and just after Christmas? Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Again, he's saying nothing. Oh, here we go. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. God, he's responding to the judge. What's his tact here? Come on. Don't be ordered to silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defence asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defence to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. God, he's always sleeping. What is wrong with him? I mean, it could be narcolepsy, and if it is, then we shouldn't poke fun at it, but why is he always sleeping? Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he would now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court? Maybe he was hungry or he needed to feed his parrot or something stupid like that. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Oh my... What? No, I have not just... that is so stupid. Yogi, big sack. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? I mean, one thing we can press on that, we went to visit the bird afterwards. We went to the boat rental shop and he weren't there, so we can't have gone to feed Polly. But we don't have evidence for that, do we? Or do we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi and I'm going to prove it. Okay, let's do this. We can't take any early hits here. So, you left yesterday. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realised you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. He wasn't running away or nothing, okay. Let me just have a quick look at what we got here. The companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. Okay. A bullet from Edgeworth's dad's heart. There's nothing here that can conflict that I can see yet, apart from maybe the parrot. But we'll get back to that in just a minute. If I go back and press this. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Going to buy some food for Polly. Okay. Oh, so he didn't say he actually went to Polly. He went to buy some food. You got like a receipt or anything? Food. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Oh, so we know that, okay. Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honour, come to your senses. Because you've got nothing to do with this incident anyhow? Oh, but you do. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Witness, please continue. So, I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And you don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honour? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honour. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or, are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honour. Oh, now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. It's Yanni Yogi. Oh, imagine if it was Gregory Edgeworth. What a twist that would be. What a twist that would be. But no, it's Yanni Yogi, right? His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh. Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But why? The witness has no fingerprints. I can barely say that about laughing. I couldn't say it about laughing. He has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? Let me see them hands, Yogi. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You've burned your fingertips. You've burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened, I know everything! I just can't prove it! But no, I can't let it end like this, I can't lose! There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one! Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honour, the defence would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honour. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. There's a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying today. Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Did you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Objection! Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Oof. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Of course, I can't wait to speak to the parrot and do my parrot voice. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honour. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Here we go. Okay, get our Dr. Dolittle one. That's a fine-looking parrot. Yeah, that's quite a bird. Please, tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well. Witness? Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Witness testimony, this is going to be good. So who we need? We need Charlie from Always Sunny. He's an expert in bird law. Hello, hello, squawk. I can't believe it. What am I meant to do with that testimony? Certainly the most concise testimony we've heard so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Mayor? So I guess we'll press Polly and then present some evidence. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Mayor, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Oh, what's the safe number? Crap, okay. Have we forgotten something? I mean, we know good answers. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ah, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Oh, crap. Okay. 122. What's the DL6 1228? Is it a date? The DL6 incident. Can I have a look at it? Can we see 128 anywhere? 1228. Come on, I'm desperate here. DL6 bullet. Okay. One on the DL6 incident. Can I read it? 1228. There we go. There we go. And no. Yes, that's got to be it, right? Back. Present. The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honour. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. I feel like we should have music right now. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Objection. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Crap, I missed it. But, well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay, press. Witness, you can't, okay. Yeah, may you speak again. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly! Polly, what's your name? Polly! Polly! Swap! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Oh, maybe. I don't know. We'll go for it. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honour, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Okay, now I'm done for. Now I'm hugely done for. Polly, Yogi, Yogi, Polly. I mean, look back in this. Is there anything to do with Polly or Yogi? Victim data, defense attorney, trapped in returning from a lost trial of his son. One bullet found in the heart. The weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, court bailiff, trapped in an elevator with Eddie Edgeworth. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. How have I only just read this? Maybe because I'm a terrible lawyer, but that is huge. There's the motive right there. Oh my god, so he called his parrot the name of his deceased loved one. Yes, so it's under suspect data. Oh crap. Let me try that again. The DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on them? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honour. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Whoa, he's standing up straight. There's no snot coming out of his nose. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial. But I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, A package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. But wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma? Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why is Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Oh! He did it! Not guilty! Oh, yes, confetti. That is all. This court is adjourned. We did it! I can't believe we did it! No! Oh, what? What? I can't believe I just heard that. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we've heard, Yenny Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell him he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Raise an objection? Objection! The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. No, it's not over. It's only halfway there. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yenny Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. The crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Ah, it's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I can't believe it. It's too good to be true. 100%. Now it's bad enough to believe. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad. I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? We're going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. Cool. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Oh, we're back in the court. How are we going to do this? We've had no time to prepare. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted to his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations of the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. What detail was that? You're not fancy telling me, Phoenix? That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. That was a long testimony. Okay, so what have we got to present? Oh, we still got all of this stuff. None of this is relevant, though. Still bears clear ballistic markings. Okay, so we need to see if it's from the gun that was used. And what's with the bullet hole here? It's like someone shot through the window. Why hasn't that ever been explored? Okay. Well, anyway, let's see what we can do here. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. We went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator, that's fine. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then, as time passed, and no one came to help. They began to argue, okay. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... something heavy fell at your feet, so you don't even know what it was that fell at your feet, for sure. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff in Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Now you threw it at Mr. Yanni Yogi and wanted to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So, you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot near a scream. So, Yogi could have caught it and then shot his dad. Yeah, that's not beyond the realms of possibility. The gun fired once. Yes. I think, after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot, and that horrible scream. The scream. The terrible scream remembered to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I'll ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is! One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out, and quick. Okay, so I'm thinking... it was taken from his heart. So did he die instantly? And thus wouldn't have had time to scream? Maybe? Is that stupid? What else have we got here? So, this is just from Robert, that's fine. Misty Faye, DL6 Incident Exhibit A, that's not going to help us. Found in the victim's body. Okay. Oh my god. What do I do here? Let's read the file again. This file has helped us a hell of a lot. So, air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. No clues found on the scene? Let me read that again. Check. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. So there was no gun there. Well, if there was no oxygen, how could he... oh, he could still scream, I guess. Defense attorney trapped in the elevator returning from a lost trial of his son. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Okay. So where did the other shot go? Court bailiff, memory lost due to oxygen deprivation after his arrest. Fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. That's fine. Okay, so back. Here we go. There was a single gunshot, then a scream. I mean, we've got to present this, right? Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Oh, I think we got it. First time. Oh, that was the best bit of lawyering I've done so far. Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honour. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Mother trucker, take that. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Big old Yanni Sakiyogi, that's who. Killed everyone. Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? I do, I really do, it's easy. We just saw it a minute ago. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? I do, and I think you probably know it as well, but we're going to save it for next episode. I did not expect to do 2 trials in one here. We managed to point the finger at Yanni Yogi, but now we need to bend the finger back away from Edgeworth, who's pointing the finger at himself. We need to break a finger here and twist it back, maybe dislocate it, I don't know. But we're going to save it for next episode. We're in good shape. I can't wait to present this next part. I really enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun recording it. It was a laugh. It was good. Polly taking the stand was a highlight. If you enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and leave a like. It does help me out a hell of a lot. So thank you if you choose to do so. If you want to see more, we're gonna rub this in Von Karma's face. We got him. We really have. And we're gonna make Edgeworth get rid of all that guilt he has. Please go to subscribe. I can bring it to you. If you've got any questions you want to raise, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure I get back to you. All right. See you.